Namo Buddhaya, brother and sister. In the Dhamma, I'm Sumitra Khan from Metta Lodge. Welcome back to the first session of the 9 attributes of the Buddha after the New Year. Now we will have a brief review of what the program will be for today. Firstly, we'll have our opening chanting, followed by the review of topic 6, which is local vidu, and topic. Another one is Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati. Then we'll go to our reflection on another topic, which is Satta Deva Manusanang, followed by question and answers, and then we'll end with Buddha Nusati meditation.
Okay, Namo Buddhaya, Sukhyanto, brothers and sisters. Welcome back after a week's break. Okay, hope you have do your pre-reading and prepare yourself to do some sharing. So we're going to review local vidu. So any volunteers to just impromptu sharing of understanding of local vidu, which is very, very simple. Anyone? Local vidu? Any sharing? Anyone want to share? Come forward, please. Huh? No one lah. Volunteer lah. It's not good. I go and arrow any one of you. It's better that you volunteer on your own. Huh? We just want to revise chapter 5. Just say what you understand or remember about chapter 5 offhand. That's it. Okay, there's no right or wrong.
I try.
Yeah, try, please. Yeah.
Loka, we do knowing skill in know what the world.
Yes.
The Buddha understand every aspect of the world, mental and material.
Yeah.
Know what the world. Buddha knows all that the world comprises only successful phenomena because whatever is conditioned will cease. Then the three worlds, the worlds of formation, conditioned by Sankhara, Loka, the world of beings, Satta Loka, and the world of space, Okasa Loka. The first one, the formation of the Sankhara is consists of mind, body, 5 aggregates, and the 12 bases of 18 elements. Characteristic, impermanence, suffering, and non-self. The world of being is 31 planes of existence form, cosmos. Then Buddha fully understand all the inhabitants of cosmos, including the dwelling place, appearance, and the lifespan. Then the world of space, Ukasa, Loka, will be the Buddha has complete knowledge of the universe and each world system. That's what I can remember.
Oh, that's very good. It's awesome. There's everything in the slide. Well done. Thank you.
I just want to remember whatever it is.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Linda. Next, Sister Sumitra. Okay, so this is what you say. Loka means world. Vidu means knowing or skilled in the knower of the world. Yeah. Okay, and the Buddha, there's actually a black patch, on the right end. You are muted, Sister Sumitra. Okay, and the black patch is now in the center, so we cannot read the words. Okay, anyway, the Buddha, okay, good. The Buddha understands every aspect of the world. Okay, mental and material. Mental means nama, and material means rupa. Okay, we are talking about mental and material phenomena. Okay, and next, please. So knower of the world means that Buddha knows all the world, all the three worlds actually, comprised only of stressful phenomena. Actually, the word stressful phenomena here refers to dukkha, refers to the first noble truth. Okay, so just take note. Stressful phenomena refers to dukkha. So the Buddha actually thought about dukkha. Okay, and because whatever is conditioned will cease. So the Buddha, if you say, what does the Buddha thought in two words, in two sentences, is the Buddha thought about dukkha and the sensation of dukkha. Okay, next. Okay, then we have the world, the three worlds. Actually, we are talking about three worlds from three different perspectives. Okay, the world of formation. The world of formation of Sankara Loka, we are referring to the 18 elements. Okay, that's where the 6 internal sand base and the 6 external objects meet together and give rise to that respective consciousness that arises. And this 6 sense base plus the 6 external objects that give rise to this sense consciousness, all these are actually defilements. Okay, they are actually all defilements. Okay, that's why it's called Sankara Loka. It's conditioned. Okay, it's conditioned. In other words, is condition meaning that it is not permanent. Okay, okay. So in condition is you can find the 3 characteristics. Okay, so it consists of mind, body, nama rupa. Okay, the panchakanda, the 12 bases and 18 elements, and it has the characteristic of anicca, dukkha, and anatta. That is why it's conditioned. Okay, only nibbana is unconditioned, unsankata, yeah, unsankata. Okay, it's unconditioned. Okay, and then we have the world of beings. There is the 31 planes of existence. Okay, and yeah, the 31 planes that from the cosmos, and the Buddha understands all the inhabitants in the cosmos, including the dwelling places, appearances, and lifespan. And then last of all, the world of space. Okay, the Buddha understands the galaxy. Okay, the different galaxies. Okay, including, you know, in science we have the Big Bang and all this. So the Buddha knows all this long ago. And if you really go deep into the 31 planes, actually the world will be destroyed by water, fire, and, you know, in certain sequence, and wind. Okay, next. Okay, Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati. So any sharing, please, offhand, just now is Sister Linda. Now anyone? There's a lot of black patches in front. All over the place are black spots. Any sharing, please? Anyone?
Bro Lim?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anuttara Purisa Dhammasarati means incomparable trainer of those who can be trained.
Okay.
So the Buddha is capable of enlighten.
Yes.
Some people, so he used his divine eyes to find out those who are nearly enlightened, and he deliver discourses to that being, and yeah, in a short time that being just enter the stream or become an arahant.
Yes. Any more, Sister Linda?
Yeah, I think the inclusion of the Jaya Mangala Gata to this chapter is really good. It's So now I can visualize
Mhm.
this attribute of the Buddha every time I chant the Jaya Mangala Gata. So I remember this attribute.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Sister Linda. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, please, Sister Sumitra. Okay, so Anuttara means incomparable. Okay, that means there's no one. He's the perfect one. Next. Purisa means man. Here doesn't means male. Okay, of course he put there male, but here Purisa means man. Sometimes Pali word have different meaning. It can mean male, it can mean man, but in this context, it means human beings. Next, Dhamma means to be trained, to be tamed. Next, please. Sarati, charioteer, or leader. Next. So, Anuttara, Purisa, Dhamma, Sarati, incomparable leader of man to be tamed, to be trained. Means the Buddha has the ability to train or tame beings that could or should be trained or tamed. Next. Okay, that's today's lesson. Thank you for sharing, Sister Linda. Okay, okay. Satta means teacher or master. Deva means gods or deities or heavenly beings. Here, devas refer to the 6 heavens. Okay. Above human realm are 6 heavens, and above the 6 heavens are the Rupa and Arupa Loka. Okay, Rupa and Arupa Loka are not habited by Devas, they are habited by Brahma. So there is a difference between Brahma and Deva. Okay. And then Manusa, human beings, and the Buddha is the teacher of gods and men. So Satta is teacher, Deva is gods or Devas, and Manusanang is man, teacher of gods and men. Okay. So Buddha is one who teaches about the present life, okay, our present life now, and what we do now would determine our future life. Okay, and the Buddha also taught about absolute truth, Paramata Satya. Okay, so absolute truth here means Paramata Satya basically refers to Abhidhamma. Okay, so it is in the Abhidhamma that the Buddha taught absolute truth. So if there are scholars who out there who disagree that the Buddha, that Abhidhamma is not the teaching of the Buddha, that means the Buddha does not teach the absolute truth. The Buddha only teach conventional truth. Okay, so there is a wrong view, there is a wrong interpretation. Okay, so it's very dangerous, okay, and harmful to misinterpret the teachings of the Buddha. Okay, and if you have doubts, give the benefit of the doubt rather than interpret it in your own personal way, which is 99.9% of the time, okay, led by moha or delusion. Okay, so be careful. Then suffering and the end of suffering, that's what the Buddha taught, dukkha and the sensation of dukkha. And other themes, okay, in order to guide not only humans, not only devas, but also Brahma. Okay, next. So the Buddha is one with all-knowing mind. That means he knows everything. He skillfully employs various meditation subjects, expounds the Dhamma and select appropriate one for each being, and helps guide them towards enlightenment. So the Buddha is able to use various meditation objects. In fact, the Buddha recommended 40 meditation subjects. Okay, and each subject or each object will suit certain character, okay, which the Buddha has the ability to what we say customize or tailor, okay, the meditation subject that is suitable for that individual, okay. And for us, we have to use our what you call mindfulness, okay, to know and find out and experiment on our own which is suitable for us, okay. So it's longer, okay, but at least the Buddha, the teachings of the Buddha will serve as a guide for us, okay. And example, the enlightenment of Kisa Gotami and Tissa Thera. So Kisa Gotami is a very popular story where this lady, okay, is very attached to her child, a baby who has died, okay, and she went around asking everyone to revive her child. She wants her baby back, okay, and no one could help her, and at last one person advised her to seek the advice of the Buddha. So she went to see the Buddha, and she begged the Buddha to give the life of a baby back. So the Buddha says, okay, I need you to do something before this. That is to go to every house to get a mustard seed. But the condition is the mustard seed must be from a home that is without death. That means no one has died in that home. Okay, so she was very happy, he said, Gotami, because mustard seeds is a very common spice in India. Every house has it, so shouldn't be any problem. So she followed the Buddha's instruction. She went house to house, and she was taken aback because she could not even get a single mustard seed. Okay, because every house, okay, has someone who has passed away. Okay, and she realized that death is inevitable. It happens to everyone, and that includes her own child. So realizing this, she buried her child and she went to seek refuge under the Buddha. Okay, so you see that the Buddha did not deny her first, okay, but the Buddha skillfully, okay, gave instruction for us to do certain things and to realize that death is inevitable. Okay, so she actually realized it herself, okay, through the guidance of the Buddha. Okay, and the next story is Venerable Tissa, who's very sick with balls all over the body, and the fellow monks have left him, did not take care of him, and the Buddha, through his divine eye, saw that Venerable Tissa is ready for enlightenment, but he will not be able to get enlightened with the condition of his body. So what the Buddha did is, the Buddha personally go and wash his body, wash the ball, clean up the pus and everything, so that Tissa could feel better. Okay, and when the body feels better, the Buddha timely extended the discourse to Tissa, and he got enlightened. So one thing that we learn from here is we need to take care of our body and have the samvega or spiritual urgency to practice while we can, because the body is exposed to decay. We will get old, exposed to sickness, and when we get sick, when we get old, it becomes more challenging and more difficult to practice. Okay, and usually when we are young, When our body is healthy, we do not want to practice. We go after the mundane world. We go after material wealth. Okay, in our peak, we always go after material wealth. We don't go after spiritual life. Normally, people go after spiritual life during the off peak. When you get very old, when you get very sick, then you start. Actually, that is the wrong view. Okay, right? So, and another thing is the Buddha, because of this episode, okay, the Buddha also meant that he who serves the sick serves me. Okay, all right. That means if we serve people who are sick, okay, is equivalent to serving the Buddha. Okay, and this quote from the Buddha comes from this episode where the Buddha attended to Venerable Tissa. Next, please. Okay. So what did the Buddha teach? In short, the Buddha taught avoid evil, do good, cultivate the mind or purify the mind in Dhammapada 183. The Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths, dukkha, okay, the cause of suffering, tanha, end of suffering, nibbana, and the path leading to the end of suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay, so whenever the Buddha teach, normally if someone is new, the Buddha would teach them sila, to avoid evil. Okay, so normally the Buddha would teach them about the 5 precepts. Okay, which is the fundamental for the practice. Okay, and after they learn to observe the 5 precepts, the Buddha would teach them how to do good, to create good results, good vipaka, to create good rebirth. Okay, and if the practitioner has been able to observe and practice, avoid evil, and do good, the Buddha would then teach them how to purify the mind. Okay, so the Buddha, this is in sequence. Okay, so normally in Buddhist society, newcomers will teach them how to observe the 5 precepts first and what are the benefits of observing 5 precepts. Next, please. So avoid evil means to refrain from akusala karma. Okay, refrain from unwholesome actions. Okay, through the door of the body, speech, and mind. So we avoid evil through restraint. Okay, here avoid evil does not mean that you do nothing. Doing nothing is not avoiding evil. No? Okay, doing nothing is doing nothing. That's it. Okay, it's not avoiding evil. Okay, here avoid evil means there is opportunity for you to commit evil, but you restrain your senses and you did not commit through mindfulness. Okay, so there is a difference. Okay, so there's an opportunity for you to kill someone, for you to lie, but you did not lie because you know that it's wrong to lie and there will be bad consequences. So you restrain your senses. That is avoiding evil. Okay, but if the opportunity the situation does not arise, doing nothing, that is not avoiding evil. Okay, okay, that is nothing means nothing, right? So take note of this. Next. Okay, so basically the killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, divisive speech, being a fraud, taking intoxicating drinks. Okay, next. So what is the benefit of avoiding evil? Okay, you become blameless. Okay, no one can blame you. Okay, the society doesn't blame you, and you live happily without remorse. Okay, there is no regret. Okay, and no one will blame you. Okay, and you create peace to the society as a whole by observing the precepts. Okay, do good. Do good here means to perform punya karma, meritorious actions. Next, such as the 10 meritorious deeds. We will go through the 10 meritorious deeds. Okay, when we do good, we will gain merits. So these good deeds gladden our heart of the doer. Okay, it makes you feel happy, brings joy to your heart, and ensure peace in society. Not afraid of death, destined to a pleasant existence after death. Okay, so this is very important because the Buddha taught us that by observing the precepts, avoiding evil, okay, so that we do not have rebirth in the four woeful state. We do not go down. Okay, and after that, the Buddha encouraged us to perform punya karma, meritorious deeds, so that our heart be gladdened and we contribute peace to the society. And because of our punya karma, we are confident that we, after our death, we will be reborn in a fortunate realm of existence. Okay, and because of that, we should not be afraid of death. So at the point of dying, let go. Do not hang on to the five aggregates. Do not hang on to this body. Okay, most of us at the point of death, we are afraid to die because there's so much uncertainty. We don't know what will happen. Okay, we do not want to lose our family. We do not want to lose our wealth. We do not want to lose our loved ones. But all this we cannot take along with us. Okay, and if you hang on to that, okay, we will come back. Okay, we will come back because craving will bring us back to samsara. Okay, so the Buddha taught us is throughout our life, keep on doing good, day in, day out, and during our deathbed, do not be afraid of death. Have confidence in the Buddha's teaching that we are going to be reborn, okay, in a good destination. So let go and go forward. Look forward to your vacation. Look forward to go to the Deva realm or Brahma realm, or to the next rebirth, okay, rather than be afraid, okay, because we must have confidence in the karma that we do. Okay, this is very important. Next. Okay, the 10 meritorious deeds, 10 punya kiriya waktu. Waktu is the base. Okay, so merit may be achieved through, next, giving dana. Okay, giving dana means the practice of generosity. Okay, giving dana is to help a person. Okay, to support a person, not giving things that we do not want. Okay, not giving things that we want to throw away. That is not dana. Next, observing precepts, of course. Okay, there is avoiding evil. Next. Yes, so dana, sila, and bhavana. Okay, to purify our mind, or what we call mental development. Okay, so we got to be mindful of our mind, moment to moment, from the time we wake up until the time we go to sleep. Next. Okay, we have to respect the elders, the superior. Okay, right? Next. we need to offer service or attend to the needs of the superior or teachers. Okay, offer your service to the temple. Okay, and whoever who needs help. Okay, this is offering service also includes doing charity. Okay, helping the less fortunate and all this. Okay, next. Of course, transfer of merits. Every time we do good, we want to transfer of merits, patidana. Next. And rejoice at the merit of others, patanu modana. Okay, transfer of merits means we perform meritorious deeds and then we transfer the merits to unseen beings or whoever who needs it. Okay, by transferring the merits do not become less, but in fact, the merits increase multifold. Okay, all right, because of your selfishness. Okay, you're not being selfish. Okay, and you're being generous to share your merits. Okay, and rejoice at the merit of others. There is mudita. Okay, and when others doing good, we normally like to say the word sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. But the word sadhu, sadhu, sadhu must be accompanied with joy in your heart, in one's heart. Okay, right? The word sadhu, sadhu, sadhu means you're rejoicing, you're very happy. Okay, observing or looking at others performing meritorious deeds. Okay, and not get jealous. Okay, which is a defilement. Okay, next. And of course, listening to the Dhamma. Okay, just like all of you are doing now. Next. And preaching the Dhamma. Yes. Okay, always remember, give and take. Don't just take and don't give. Okay, in other words, okay, after you attend this course, if you can, okay, try to volunteer as a facilitator. Okay, for 9 attributes of the Buddha. So this is one way. Okay, you don't just listen, but you also preach. Because in teaching the Dhamma, in fact, when you teach the Dhamma, you learn more. Okay, because the expectation is on you as a Dhamma teacher. Okay, and you have to do your homework. Okay, before you teach, and also you need to be a practitioner and you need to be a role model for your students. Okay, so that is where you improve on your practice. Okay, rather than listen to the Dhamma, because we have 2 years, 1 year in, 1 year out. Okay, always remember, whatever we learn, whether it's Dhamma or non-Dhamma, okay, we will forget over time. Okay, so the only way not to forget is to practice. Okay, we will practice and practice and practice the Dhamma, and then the Dhamma become part of your knowledge. Then the Dhamma becomes you. Okay, right? Just like the Buddha says, he who sees the Buddha sees the Dhamma. He who sees the Dhamma sees the Buddha. Okay, so the Dhamma has to become you, and you become the Dhamma. Okay, so that is very important. And of course, having the right view. Okay, if you have the wrong view, everything else will be wrong. Okay, and inquiring merit is an activity for both the monastic as well as laity. Yeah, so this is the 10 meritorious deeds. Memorize them initially. After that, don't need to memorize because they become part of your knowledge. Practice them day in, day out. Next, please. Okay, so here we come back to the same chart again. This time we have avoid evil, we have do good. Now the third one is purify the mind. How do we purify the mind? Okay, through samatha and vipassana meditation. This is how we purify the mind. This is how we nurture and develop our mind. and purify our defilements, our kilesa, okay, through the practice of the four foundation of mindfulness. Okay, Satipatthana. Next, please. So what is meditation and what meditation is not? Any sharing? Brother Prajit, like to share what is meditation and what meditation is not in your own words? Yeah, you need to unmute. Yeah, Brother Prajit.
Okay, so what I understand from meditation is seeing things as they are,
Yeah.
and what I mean, not reacting to things, but just be an innocent observer, a bystander to what is happening around you. Meditation does not mean we are stopping our thoughts. It only means that we are processing it, but without application of the mind.
Okay.
We just a bystander watching our thoughts, and as we watch them, it gets deleted. As in your file deletion in your laptop, it gets deleted, and all the negativity goes off. And along with the negativity, the bad karmas go off. And then, if you don't create new karmas, then you have reached that stage where it is required. You are free from your karmas,
Okay.
defilement.
And what meditation is not?
Same thing. We should not apply, we should not take cognizance of the fact that when you are meditating, you are not trying to block your thoughts. I want only good thoughts. I don't want bad thoughts. No, that is not meditation. And moreover, meditation is not something which you are not trying to change anything. You're just accepting, you're just downloading things as they are.
Okay.
You're not trying to change anything. It changes on its own. With your application of the mind, it changes on its own. And that's where your defilements get cut.
Okay, thank you so much.
I have been lucky to do 2 sessions of Goenka meditation, which is the
Okay.
Myanmarese, they call it Vipassana, the original teachings of the Buddha that has been preserved, because after it left India, the Burmese, they preserved it. So I was lucky to do 10 days. And what I felt after the 7th day, the first 2 days was crazy. I mean, you don't know whether you're going or coming. I mean, it's but on the 7th day is the day we get that realization, because it's a 10-hour session and you don't talk to anyone, you don't look at anyone, no gadgets, no laptops, no phone, no reading, you are not allowed to do anything. All right, so you're just focusing, and that on the 7th day you experience the waterfall in your body, which is then from the 7th day onwards, you're not even supposed to move. When you're meditating in the lotus pose, you're not supposed to move. So when you don't move, you don't know from where you got that strength, because first day you're like locking your legs, unlocking your legs, you're moving here, you're scratching there, but after the 7th day, you become an expert. I don't know how it happened, and you are perfectly still. It teaches a lot of self-discipline also, is what I gained from my 2 sessions.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Brother Prajit.
Thank you.
So next, please. So we have 2, samatha or tranquility meditation, and we have vipassana, insight meditation. And what meditation is not? Okay, so meditation is not trying to experience something you have read or heard about. Okay, so when we purify our mind, normally we will sit cross-legged with your eyes closed. Okay, and for vipassana, we will watch the watching mind. exploring why, how, what, observe appearing and disappearing of objects, causes and conditions, causes and effects, observing things as they really are, okay, with alertness and right understanding without clinging to the object. So the purpose of meditation is to fully realize the Tilakkhana. There is anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Okay, next. Okay, so this is to tranquil the mind, samatha. Okay, and normally in samatha, we focus the mind on a single object with mindfulness. Okay, such as the breath, anapanasati. Okay, and we want to still the mind and bring it to a tranquil state. Okay, and so that the mind do not become restless. Okay, so this is samatha meditation. Next. Whereas in insight, we need to contemplate an object, observe objects as they really are, aware of the presence or absence of lobha, dosa, and moha, and discern anicca, dukkha, and anatta, okay, of both mental and physical phenomena. Okay, and we need to contemplate on the panchakanda, the 5 aggregates, and to see whether what they really are, okay, so that we can look into non-self, observe the cause of the rising of the 5 aggregates, okay, ignorance, craving, clinging, all this is can be found in the understood in the context of paticca samuppada, the cause of the rising of the 5 aggregates, characteristic of anatta, okay, that there's no substance, no owner, there is no self. Okay, if there's a self, then there is a permanent self, then we do not need to go, we do not need to grow old and die, because we do not want to grow old and die. Okay, but because it's non-self, it's beyond one's control. It's part of nature to grow old and die. All phenomena exist due to causes and conditions. Okay, and of course, paticca samuppada. Next. Okay, the Buddha taught various meditation subjects to suit the different temperaments. Okay, temperaments in Pali is charita, okay, of beings. Okay, so this is a summary of what is found in the book. Okay, for the lastful or those with raga charita. Okay, so the Buddha recommend the 9 channel ground. Okay, that means the 9 stages of decomposition of a corpse. Okay, so there are 9 stages where the dead body will decompose into. So we have to contemplate on this. Okay, and of course the foulness of the 32 parts of the body. Okay, and the purpose of it is to develop detachment towards our own body and the bodies of others. Okay, so you want to be detached, dispassion, okay, towards our own body and the body of others. Okay, because this body of ours is disgusting. Okay, disgusting. Okay, just imagine the food they eat, so nice, you put into your mouth, and if you spit it up, is it clean? It's dirty. Okay, and after you eat, you go to pool, it's all dirt. Okay, so this body is actually very disgusting. Okay, anything that puts into your mouth, into your body, and when it comes out, is very disgusting. Okay, whether it's your vomit or whatever. Just imagine you eat your vomit. Would you like to eat your vomit? No, because it's disgusting. Okay, so but then, okay, the Buddha only recommend this to the lustful ones, okay, which is the most effective way to get rid of one's lust. Okay, but there are cases in the canon where the what you call the monks who practice this, okay, they get dispassionate about their own body. Okay, and there are cases where the monks actually what they say committed suicide, but actually it's not commit suicide. Okay, it's just that they get dispassionate regarding to one's body. Okay, but let's not go into that part. Okay, next one, the hateful, those with a lot of anger.
Brother
Those are
Len,
Charita. Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, there is a story in the Jataka where a monk has a certain affection towards a lady. I mean, she's beautiful and he has a certain affection towards the person. And then the Buddha teaches this Raga Charita after she dies. Then he asks the monk can go and, hug her after 10 or 15 days,
Yeah.
maybe give her a kiss or maybe hug her. So by that time, the dead body of that beautiful lady is extremely bad, foul smell, and it's decayed. It's a corpse. I mean, it's so bad, and the monk will not go near it. So I think that is a story. I read it some time back. It's in the Jataka. The Buddha taught this through example, how he teaches for different temperaments. So if a monk was lustful, then he taught it in this fashion. He says, go hug a dead body after probably 10 or 15 days of decay, if you can. Thank
This
you.
lady is a very popular courtesan. Okay, she's a very popular prostitute. Okay, and she's the beauty, okay, of the city. Everyone would love her. Okay, and you got to pay lots of money, all right, to have her. Okay, and everyone you need to bid for her. You need to have a long queue. Okay, so when she died, that's what the Buddha did lah. And then the Buddha says, who wants her? Okay, but nobody wants her. Okay, so that's the story. It's not a story, it's actually in the canon, is what in the sutras. Okay, the hateful one, the Buddha recommended practice of the 4 divine abodes, the Brahma Vihara, okay, of practice of Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeka. Okay, so when developed, ill will, cruelty, discontent, aversion will be abundant. Okay. Ill will, when you practice loving kindness, ill will not arise. When you practice compassion, cruelty will cease. When you practice appreciative joy, there will be contentment. There will not be any discontentment. And you practice equanimity, there will not be any aversion. Okay. Next, the deluded. So the deluded, the Buddha recommended anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, because it's something that is very, very neutral. So concentration of the breathing process leads to one-pointedness, ekagata, and ultimately to insight, which leads to arahantship. Next one, we have six. Then the faithful one, okay, to recollect the qualities of the triple gem, and that's what we are learning about the 9 attributes of the Buddha. Okay, and to recollect one's own generosity. So when developed, joy arises, which leads to tranquility, and tranquility leads to concentration. And when recollecting generosity, his mind is not overcome with passion, not overcome with aversion, not overcome with delusion. Okay, so sometimes it's good to take pictures or even put in a diary of all the good deeds that you do, so that on the dying bed, you can recall all these deeds in your mind with joy and have confidence and let go. Okay, looking forward to your new destination. Just imagine, your body has done its part. Okay, and leg pain, hand pain, body pain, every part of the body is pain during old age. Okay, so why cling on to this body, right? Let go and go to a new destination. Hopefully in the Deva realm or in the human realm. Okay, so have that confidence in the karma or in the meritorious deeds that you do that will lead you to good destination. Okay, it's very important. Okay, that we got to prepare for our death when the time comes. The intelligent, okay, for those who are more intelligent ones, okay, with high IQ, okay, so we got to practice the 4-element meditation, okay, with earth, water, fire, and wind, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, and Vayo. And of course, the 5th and 6th is space and mind. So when developed, we do not cling to the body as me, myself, of mine, because everything is made up of the 4 elements. Okay, everything. Okay, the only difference is the ratio of each of these. That's it. Okay, all matters make up of the 4 great elements. And last, the discursive or the restless mind. Okay, our mind is very restless. So the Buddha also recommended anapanasati, okay, to bring our mind to one-pointedness, ekagata, and of course, ultimately to vipassana. Okay, so
Brother Lim,
yes,
if I may ask a doubt in the previous page, you said the Patavi, Apo, Vayo, and Tejo.
yeah,
The number 6 mind is Chitta.
yeah,
Space, what do you call the term in Pali for space?
akasa.
Akasa. Okay, thank you.
Here, space and mind, you will find it in the Arupa Jhana. Remember Arupa Jhana? Okay, of space and of course of mind consciousness. Yeah. Okay.
Brother Lim,
Yes.
what is the difference between Vitaka Carita and Moha Carita?
Huh?
What's the difference
where's
between
the Moha
Moha
Charita?
Carita and Vitaka Carita? Deluded
Okay. Next one.
and Vitaka Carita, discursive.
Oh. Okay. Moha Charita is more to delusion, having wrong views.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Whereas the other one, your mind is very restless. Your mind cannot settle down. That means you a lot of story, a lot of gossip, and you follow the story, you follow the gossip in your mind. A lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts. So your mind cannot settle down. Okay, a
Okay,
lot
got
of
it.
papancha. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
basically,
okay, thank you.
Brother Lim, when we
Yeah.
are young,
Yes.
we are deluded, and as we go old, we become restless because
It's a good one.
yes, because when you are young, your mind doesn't have much memory to go back into the past. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
so as you grow older, you got a lot of past which is full of
Confusing.
regrets, okay,
Yeah.
confusion, and you are also thinking about the future, which is again uncertain and fearsome because of old age, death. All
Yeah.
these things happen. You are worried what will happen in old age. Will I have enough money? Will somebody take care of me? Will my wife run away, leave me alone? You're having all kinds of thoughts. So as you're young, you are deluded because you don't know anything. And as you're old, you're restless. You know things which you are not supposed to know. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. But
So,
sometimes
Brother
even
Prajit,
when we get old, we still remain deluded. Okay. Hopefully, when we get old, we become wiser. But some of
Yes,
us do not get wiser.
yes.
Excuse me, Brother Lim.
Yes.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
If let's say we have a mix of temperaments, or
Yes.
we don't even know which temperaments we belong to, and
Yeah.
is that a basic one for us to start with, or do we just, how do we decide one that's good
A
for us?
basic one to start with will be Anapanasati.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
is it okay?
usually when we are new, we are very restless. Our mind is not settled. Okay. And mindfulness of the breath is something that is very, very neutral. Because everyone needs to breathe, except that we are not mindful of our breathing. That's all. Okay.
So you said actually this is a self-assessment, right? Do we need any teacher to guide us? Right, we
Oh,
don't.
it all depends. It is good to have a teacher to go for meditation retreats. Okay, because there are actually different methods of meditation. Okay, different schools, different methods. There's no right or wrong. Okay, and in the beginning, it's good to what we call go to the supermarket and check out the whatever is available, try it out, and then because what suits you may not suit another person, and what suits your friend may not be suitable for you.
Yes.
So hearing recommendations from friends is one thing, but trying it out for yourself is another thing. Okay, so when we attend a meditation retreat, okay, you need to follow the instruction of the teacher and follow his method. Okay, until you settle down, you feel that you want to follow one or two or even two types of meditation, and then you stick to the one that suits you most. Okay, because the Buddha is no more around. The Buddha has the ability to tell you, okay, this one is the best. Okay, but the Buddha is no more around, so we have to go through trial and error, and also with the guidance of experienced meditation teachers.
If I may add to Sister Huling inquiry, S.N. Goenka's Vipassana meditation is by far the toughest meditation that I have come across, because I have done both the meditation in Vajrayana, which is Tibetan Buddhism. I have also done here. S.N. Goenka's meditation is by far the toughest and the most effective I have felt for me from personal experience. So if that helps, but the warning is, if you do S.N. Goenka, you will not like any other meditation, because that is ultimate, as per the words of the Buddha. Yata bhut, as it is.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Father Prajit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well, so that is the suggestion from Brother Prajit. But what suits him may not suit you. Every individual is different. Okay, so look for the one that suits you most. Okay. Any other? Okay, can we move on? Sister Sumitra, yes. Okay, so especially in the four foundation of mindfulness, we have the presence or absence. We got to be aware whether greed is present, aversion is present, and delusion is present. It's very important. So this is actually arising and passing away, causes and conditions, cause and effect. So all this is basically pertain to vipassana. We are discerning all this, okay? And it's important that we must be mindful in our thoughts, whether there is greed, whether there is aversion, or whether there is delusion present at that moment of time. And chances is they are present. Okay, they are always present. Okay, loba, dosa, and moha are always present. Okay, and they will lead us lah. Okay, they will lead our thinking thoughts. Okay, and that is why most of our views are actually wrong. Okay, because our views have greed, hatred, and delusion as the basis. Okay, so unless and until insight or wisdom arises in us, then it's a different story. Okay, right? So how do we create the causes and conditions for insight to arise? That you got to consult the meditation teacher. Okay, then we have to know the presence of or absence of the 37 factors of enlightenment. Okay, so if you want, I can give you the 37 factors of enlightenment. Okay, some notes. Okay, and you don't need to have all the 37. You don't need
Excuse
to.
me, Brother Lim.
Yeah.
Yeah, regarding these 37 factors enlightenment, I heard
Yeah.
about the 7 factors enlightenment. Is the 7 ones part of this 37?
Yes.
Okay.
The 7 one is actually the Pujanga. Have you heard of the Pujanga?
No.
Yeah, Pujanga is the 7 factors of enlightenment. So the Pujanga chanting, they always chant for people who are sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this. Okay.
Okay, don't worry. I will give you some
Thank
notes
you.
on this. You
Thank
don't
you.
have. In fact, the 4 foundation of mindfulness is also part of the 37 factors. You see the 4 foundation of mindfulness?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
yes.
also part of the 37 factors. It's all inside.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, next, Sister Sumitra. Okay. And then Niminda. Niminda means disgusted with worldly life. Okay. That means we get dispassionate with the mundane life. Okay. And why are we getting disgusted with the worldly life? It's because of anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Okay. So because all of us, whether we like it or not, we see things as permanent, we see things as pleasurable, and we see ourselves having a permanent soul. Okay, and unless and until we realize anicca, dukkha, and anatta, then we will get disgusted with worldly life. That means we do not want rebirth anymore, and that's where we lead to nibbana. No more rebirth. We don't crave for life, okay, because we are disgusted with life. Okay, so we have to break the 5, uproot the 10 factors, okay, to gain these 4 stages of enlightenment. Okay, and at arahanthood, upon death, we'll pass into parinibbana. Next, please. Okay, interesting sharing. What is the difference between Satta, Deva, Manusana, and Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati from your own perspective? Remember the last, because these 2 attributes is quite similar. Okay, one is the teacher of gods and men. The other is incomparable leader of men to be tamed. Any sharing, please? Okay, so we got to discern between these 2 because otherwise it sounds the same. We have learned both, right? Today we learned Satta Dewa Manusanang. Although we have not finished yet, but because some I will not be reading every single page, you know. You have to read it, and any questions you can ask later at the end of the sharing. Yeah. Anyone? Anyone, please?
Yes,
Anyone who have
if I may try, Brother Lim,
yes.
when you are talking of Anuttaro Purusa Dhamma Sarathi, it basically zeroes down to humans that can be trained. Okay, whereas when you are talking about a Sattadeva Manusanam, it is more universal in concept. It includes the Devas and the others as well, not just human beings. It's more universal in concept. So first they talk of him as a teacher, and then they talk of him as a universal teacher, probably.
So you mean the Anitura Purisa Dhamma only human beings, is it?
Yes, Purisa means man, male.
Nah.
So
No. Well, under Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati, remember the Jaya Mangalagata, we also have Yakas. We also got Alawaka, the demon. So the demons are not humans. Yeah, anyway, good try. Anyone else?
Brother Lim?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think like the Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati is more on like the teacher, like the leader, like to themes. When someone, let's say, for example, a very like a brutal person or like a brutal beings, and the Buddha knows how to tame that being.
Yeah.
While the Satta Dewa Manusanang is more like a teacher who knows like how to teach, like how to like teach like a suitable or a correct subject to a being or to a human or to Dewa. Like the Buddha knows what type of topics to teach that person or that the beings to be enlightened.
Very good, Sister Siritara. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. From my own personal perspective, okay, Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati, okay, where the Buddha uses his abilities, okay, to guide those who are in the wrong path. Okay, those who are already in the wrong path. And sometimes the Buddha uses psychic power. Sometimes the Buddha uses compassion. Okay, and it shows the abilities of the Buddha. It showcases the abilities of the Buddha to guide and bring those who went on the wrong path, okay, into the right path. Whereas Satta Dewa Manusanang, basically we are focusing on the Buddha as a teacher, okay, who teaches gods and men. Okay, so here we are focusing on Dhamma. Here focusing on Dhamma. Okay, of course, the other side also got Dhamma. Okay, but then the other side also involves demons, animals, or even non-humans. Okay, who have actually gone the wrong path. Okay, whereas Satta Dewa Manusanang is sometimes is not the person has not gone the wrong path. Okay, it's not gone the wrong path. It's just that the Buddha has the way, has the ability to teach the Dhamma effectively. That is why the Buddha can make people understand with just one sentence or a whole series of talk, depending on the level of understanding of the listener. Okay, so emphasizes on who we teach, actual teaching of the Dhamma, what to practice, and how to practice. Okay, that is why we are talking about avoiding evil, doing good, and also how to purify the mind. Okay, so when we talk about this attribute, where else Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati, we are actually rejoicing over the ability of the Buddha to overcome the challenges of people who are actually difficult to be tamed. I hope that answers. Next slide, please.
Excuse me, Brother Lim.
Yes.
I have one question here.
Yeah.
It was mentioned that the Deva will come in the middle of the night
Yes.
to consult the Buddha.
Yeah.
And now we understand the Buddha is no longer here.
Yeah.
So what happened now?
What happened now?
Yeah. I mean,
the Buddha may go to Sita heaven. The Deva may go to Sita heaven.
so mean the Buddha is still around.
No, the future Buddha.
The future Buddha.
Yeah. Metta Buddha. The Bodhisattva.
But he is not a Buddha yet, right?
But he's the Bodhisattva.
He's the Bodhisattva, and he's the one now who is teaching.
He still got one last birth as a human. So he's waiting to come down to earth.
My question is, who is teaching the Deva now?
Who is teaching the Deva now?
Yeah.
Nobody. Sometimes the Deva, okay, sometimes the Deva, okay, comes down and listen to talks by the monks or even by the lay people. So that's why in some chanting, you will find that there are verses in the chanting where they actually invite the Devas to come down to listen to the Dhamma. Okay, so although there are two things here, although the Buddha is not physically around here, but the dispensation is still around. Okay, the Buddha's dispensation is still around.
I learned about this, whether it's correct in Southern Buddhism, Theravada, is that the Buddha has three bodies. And they call it three.
The three bodies is Tibetan Buddhism.
It's a
Mahayana. Tibetan Buddhism is a type of Mahayana Buddhism also.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a different belief in Theravada, right?
Yeah.
And I understand as well that what the Buddha taught the Deva is actually a different kind of Dhamma. It's more difficult. Am I right? Abhidhamma?
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Okay.
Not exactly. Because the Mangala Sutta, the 38 blessings, is taught to the Deva. Okay. And now we are also learning the Mangala Sutta, and we chant that very often.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So there are two things here. Okay. Although the Buddha is not physically around, but the Buddha's teaching is around.
Yes.
Okay. So the dispensation is around. So the Devas still have the opportunity to listen to the teachings of the Buddha.
By the lay people, like
whether it's lay people
human
or the monastic.
Okay.
Okay, or the monastic.
Thank you.
Okay, that is why sometimes they used to say especially those meditation teachers, very highly attained teachers. Okay, sometimes when they give talk, okay, you can smell a fragrance, very a very good smell, out of nowhere it will come. There's no wind, nothing. Okay, so so yogis used to say that, that is a signal that the Devas,
The Dewa is
the presence
coming.
of the Devas, yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So
Still
there's
a lot of things
another
to learn.
one. There's another one where they take
Mm.
pictures.
Mm.
Okay. So they are actually those bubbles, pocket of bubbles in the photograph. Okay, and they used to say that that is also either Deva or unseen beings, whatever it is lah. Okay, because when you take the picture, you cannot see it, no? After you develop, you can see.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Supernatural.
that's supernatural lah. So whether it's
Mm.
Devas or unseen beings,
Mm.
whatever it is lah. So this is just to share with you. So where do the Devas learn is from highly attained, because even in this age, they are Arahan, they are also saints around in this dispensation. Don't forget, the dispensation will end soon. It's not forever, no? Okay, after this Buddha's dispensation, we are already more than halfway around. Okay, so actually it's 5,000 years. Now we are about 26 something. Okay, so we got another 2,400 years. It's still a long way to go. Don't worry.
It's not really long.
2,400 years. But after that, okay, once the dispensation ends, there will be a dark age. In the dark age, there is no Buddha's teaching. There is no Dhamma. Dhamma does not exist anymore. There will be a period of dark age. Okay, so it's very dangerous.
These are actually mentioned by the Buddha, right? The
Yes.
dark age.
Yes.
Okay.
So after the period of the dark age, that's where the future Buddha, Metta Buddha will come in.
We take over. Okay.
Yeah. And it has been said that, okay, that the present Buddha, the Gautama Buddha, okay, uses wisdom as the key to enlightenment. Okay. But the future Buddha, you know, the name Metta comes from the word metta. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the future Buddha actually uses, okay,
Loving
metta
kindness.
as a tool towards enlightenment. It has been said so. Okay, because during the dark age, there will be a lot of aversion, a lot of evil, a lot of killing. Okay. A lot of cruelty lah. Okay, and that's where the Metta Buddha will come down, okay, and teach people metta to overcome all this cruelty, all this evil, all this conflict, killing each other.
Okay. Thank you for your sharing, brother.
Welcome.
Yes.
Okay, Sister Sumitra, can you click the button? The difference between, or already click. So next one. In what ways did the Buddha teach different human beings? Anyone want to share? In what ways did the Buddha teach different human beings? Anyone? There's no right or wrong, don't worry.
Brother?
Yeah.
He taught, he customized the teaching depending on the temperaments and the tendencies of human beings.
He customized the meditation subjects.
Meditation subjects.
Yeah, to suit.
Okay.
Yeah, to suit the temperament.
Okay.
Of the practitioner. Yeah.
Okay. The teaching is the same, right? Okay.
Different meditation objects.
Different. Yeah.
Different.
I mean, his teaching is the same for everyone, but the method is different. Method is different.
What do you mean by his teaching is the same for everyone?
I mean, yeah, the Dhamma itself is universal, right?
Yeah, Dhamma is universal. Yeah, but what do you mean by the teaching is the same for everyone? The teaching is different from everyone.
Okay, what I mean is the materials are the same, but the method
Oh,
he teach different.
because you have to understand what the Buddha taught, okay?
Yeah.
It's just what we call the leaf, just the leaf in his hand, compared to the leaves in the forest. The Buddha does not teach everything he knew, Okay.
Yeah.
In other words, okay, we have the Pali Canon. We have so many suttas. Okay, we don't have to memorize all the thousands of suttas. No. Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes we only need.
A
You
handful.
remember the during the Buddha's time, they only need 1 line, 2 line, get enlightened already. Now we learn so many suttas, still cannot get enlightened. Why?
Yeah.
Too much dust in our eyes.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so in what ways did the Buddha teach different human beings? Sister Sumitra, next. You like to on the button? Yeah. Okay, so according to the person's level of understanding, okay, or intelligence. Next. Individually, according to one's temperament, charita. Answering questions or solving specific challenges like Metta Sutta, Ratana Sutta. So what is the specific challenges in Metta Sutta? Is to please the 3 devas who were disturbing the monks, who were spending the meditation time in the forest, and the Ratana Sutta when there was a calamity or a famine, and so on. And a lay person, common folk, faith, avoid evil, do good, and Sigalo Vada Sutta, which is remember that Sigala Vada Sutta is actually the layman's Vinaya. Okay, remember that. Because Sigala Vada Sutta is solely focused on lay person. Okay, not so for the monks. Okay, so it was said to be the Vinaya for lay people. Okay, so take note of Sigalo Vada Sutta because it's relevant to us. And lay person or common folk, faith, avoid evil, do good, and purify the mind. Okay. Next. In what ways did the Buddha teach the celestial beings? Anyone want to share?
I can try, Brother Lim.
Yeah, please.
The celestial being are actually in the heavenly realm, right?
Yes.
And after they have used up all their merits, they would have to come down. So there's a lot of, they are still having the defilement. So what Buddha taught them when they come and ask for advice is to free them from the mental defilement that block the path to Nibbana. By practicing and restraining their senses till they arise their wisdom in them to enable them to see a path that directly ceased, a path to cessation by not relinquish objects of cleaning, but cleaning to his self or self.
Yeah.
So that they would be able to reach the Nibbana.
Yes. Correct. Okay, so actually the devas also need guidance from the Buddha to gain enlightenment. Okay, and what you mentioned, Sister Sue. Okay, and sometimes the deva will request the Buddha. Okay, they will pose questions and they will come down to see the Buddha in the middle of the night. Why in the middle of the night? Because the Buddha wants to, the devas want to avoid human beings. They don't like human beings because human beings to them is very smelly. Okay. And Maha Magala Sutta, a guide to ethics and morality for life's journey. Okay, always remember the 38 blessings is a guide to ethics and morality. Okay, and of course, when the Devas come down, sometimes when the Buddha, during the time of the Buddha, when the Buddha teach certain discourses, is very often the Buddhas came down to hear the Dhamma together. Especially remember the first discourse, the turning of the Dhamma wheel. Okay, so all the Devas, everything will come down, including the Brahma. Okay, and of course, sometimes the Buddha also went to Tawatimsa heaven. Okay, in order to teach Abhidhamma to out of filial piety to his former mother, and of course the Devas at Tawatimsa, because the mother was reborn as a male Deva at Tusita heaven. Okay, at Tusita heaven, okay, not at Tawatimsa heaven, at Tusita heaven. But the Buddha went to Tawatimsa heaven because the mother is at Tusita heaven, which is above Tawatimsa. So the mother Deva can actually come down to Tawatimsa heaven. Okay, Tawatimsa heaven is the lower heaven. Okay, and the Buddha wanted to make the teachings available to all the lower Devas as well. Because if you go to the Tusita heaven, the Devas at the Tawatimsa cannot go up, Those above can come down. Those lower one cannot go up. Okay. So these are all the different ways the Buddha taught the and also I think there's one in the Samyutta Nikaya. Okay, you'll find that there are, especially in Sutta number chapter 1 and chapter 2 of Samyutta Nikaya, the Dewa Samyutta, Dewa Putta Samyutta, where there is a lot of discourses that is given to the Devas by the Buddha. Okay, so you can read that up in the Samyutta Nikaya, the first 2 chapters. Next. So how can we practice concentration and insight meditation based on the Buddha's teaching? Anyone like to share? So basically, okay, I just go on. I think time is running up. Okay, for tranquility meditation. Before that, tranquility meditation is to still the mind on one object. Vipassana meditation is to discern anicca, dukkha, and anatta, and of course using the 4 foundation of mindfulness as a guide. Okay, we have kaya nupassana, and then next one we have vedana nupassana, and then next one we have chitta nupassana, and the last one we have dhamma nupassana. Okay, so these 4 is the 4 foundation of mindfulness. Okay, and I want you to take note of this. Here we contemplate here the body in the body, the feelings in the feeling, the mind in the mind, and of course the Dhamma in the Dhamma. Okay, so we do not contemplate the body as body, feeling as feeling, mind as feeling, as mind, Dhamma as Dhamma. Okay, because when you do that, is actually correlating to the notion of self. That's why it's body in the body, not body as body. That's my personal sharing. I may be wrong. Okay, and normally we have kaya nupassana, especially when we practice rising and falling of the abdomen, which is the very basic for the Mahasi method of meditation, and Vedana Nupassana, which is actually the focus of Goenka meditation, where they focuses on Vedana Nupassana, on feelings. And then we have the Shumin school of meditation, okay, where they focus on mindfulness of the mind and the mind watching the mind, and of course of Dhamma objects. Okay, so you can see that different schools of meditation have focused on on a specific foundation of mindfulness. Okay, then we have mindfulness of breathing, mindfulness of posture, clear comprehension, looseness, and mindfulness of the four great elements. Okay, these are the various method of meditation. Okay, all these are actually material kaya nupassana. Next one. Yeah, next. So feeling, whether pleasant, unpleasant, neither pleasant, unpleasant, arise from six sense space, past, present, and future. Next. Okay, yeah, the mental states. Okay, mental factors. There is the mind watching the mind. Okay, whether there is remember the word absence and presence of greed, aversion, and delusion. Yeah. Okay, next. And of course, the five aggregates, the five hindrances, six sense spheres, seven factors of enlightenment, and the four noble truths. Next. Okay, why is the Buddha like a caravan leader? Okay, because the caravan is defined as a group of people. I think you can go straight to the answer. Yeah. Okay, you see the caravan leader. Okay, they are resting here. They're taking a break. Okay, and the group of people is traveling a long journey together with the food supply, tents, everything. Okay, and you get to bring them to safety. Okay, so the Buddha's role as a teacher, protector, and leader of his followers, okay, to bring you across samsara, to reach a land of safety to the other shore, okay, to Nibbana. And above all, the Buddha teaches with an open hand, never kept the truth he knew as a secret. Like the Chinese Kung Fu master, right? There are 10 tricks, they teach you 9. Then the 9, they teach you 8, so that the student cannot be better than the teacher. So in the same way, okay, or in unlike ways, the Buddha does not teach with that kind of mentality. The Buddha teaches what he knows. He teaches everything. Okay, he does not keep a secret. Okay, next, please. Okay, last part, Q&A. There are some details I did not go through. You have to read yourself. So each time before you come for class, you got to do your pre-reading and you can ask questions and do your sharing. Okay, and I hope you do not try not to miss any class. I think every attribute of the Buddha is important. And it's actually when you miss one, luckily we also have recorded lah. Okay, but always remember that the 9 attributes of the Buddha, we have to understand it thoroughly, and we need to practice Buddhanusati on a regular basis. Otherwise, we will forget. Anything that we learn, we will start to forget unless we put into practice. Then we start to remember better and better. Once we exceed the threshold, then we don't need to remember. It becomes part of your knowledge. The Dhamma becomes you. You become the Dhamma. So beautiful. Yeah, any questions and answers? Q&A doesn't mean you ask me question, I answer. No, okay? Can be anyone can answer, anyone can question.
Brother Lim,
Yeah. Only
can
Brother
you
Lim
explain,
lah, Brother Lim and brothers and sisters lah.
brother and sisters?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you explain again why you mentioned contemplating the body in the body, the feelings in the feelings, not as the feelings?
Why you ask such a profound question?
Because you explained earlier and I didn't quite get it.
Oh, because it's profound, that's why. Okay, basically, I just want to highlight that normally, if you contemplate body as a body, you see the body as a self. The body is one of the 5 aggregates.
Ah.
Okay, the feeling is also one of the 5 aggregate.
Mhm.
Okay, so the 5 aggregates, we always take the 5 aggregates or even one of the 5 aggregates as a permanent self. Okay, so that's why we contemplate the body in the body, where the self does not exist.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Lim.
Okay. Yeah, any others? Opportunity to ask, no more already. You only got 2-3 minutes. If not, 3, 2, last chance, last call. No, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye. See you next week. 2 more class to go.
Okay,
See you.
thank you.
Stay well,
Bye-bye.
stay safe, stay happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brother Lim, Sita Sumitra.
Yeah.